내년 2월 최두호 선수와 대결할 예정인 더 몬스터 카일 넬슨 선수와 인터뷰하였습니다. 카일 넬슨 짱! Hello, Mr. Kyle, the Monster Nelson. Nice to meet you and thank you for doing this interview. How's it going?
It's going great. The training camps, started a little while ago. But yeah, everything's going great for this fight. The weight cut's going really well. So I think this will be my easiest cut to 145 yet. And training's just going great.
I know it's late there, so thank you again for your time. And first of all, if you could, I would like you to confirm because if I'm not mistaken, the UFC hasn't officially announced yet. The UFC Fight Night has been cancelled.
I believe so. From what I understand, it's getting moved to Vegas for February 4th, as far as I know right now. But yeah, I don't know if that's confirmed or not yet. But it seems like that's what's happening.
You haven't heard anything from the UFC?
Nothing official yet. We've been in touch with them. They haven't really been like 100% we're doing this, or they haven't been like 100% we're going to Vegas, 100% I'll be fighting the Korean Superboy in Vegas, or if they might move it to a different card. But as far as I know right now, we still have the fight, which is great. And it doesn't really matter to me where it is, as long as I get the opportunity to fight Do-Ho Choi.
Do you like the Vegas better than Korea because you don't have to travel all the way to South Korea?
So I was getting really excited to come to South Korea. I had planned to stick around for like 4 or 5 days after the fight, and my fiance was coming over, so we we're gonna, check out some of the cool stuff that South Korea has to offer. So I'm actually kind of bummed that I don't get to come over and visit, but it's definitely going to be an easier flight. I've been to Las Vegas a lot before. I've fought there. I've trained there. So it's definitely going to be a lot easier than flying, halfway across the world.
I actually wanted to ask you about the fight shirt because it's so unfortunate that because I know you made a fight shirt that says the monster is here in Korean. So it would have been really cool if you could wear it in Korea. So hopefully it will take place in Korea. But if not, but just wondering who helped you with the translation, the monster is here in Korean?
So my fiance made the T-shirt, and we just used like Google Translate. So hopefully it looks okay.
Yeah, that to me looks okay, perfect. Regardless of the fight venue, I would like to get 2 if I could. How can I do that? The T-shirt.
I can look into the shipping and stuff and see if I'm able to ship them to South Korea.
If you could send me PayPal link, then I will. I'm serious. I would like to purchase it because it looks so cool with the Canadian flag and the Korean. The monster is here in Korean, so I would love to get the T-shirt.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, we can. We'll touch base over Instagram after this, and we can figure that out.
Okay, thank you. Your nickname, the Monster. How did you come up with?
So it's just something that training partners kind of gave me as I was kind of coming up. I started training when I was 14. Being from a smaller town, I had to travel around a lot, and it's just something that everybody kind of referred to me as after training. They'd say, "Oh, because I'm usually a pretty calm, quiet guy. But then when we got training and they got to feel some of my strength and my pressure and my technique, then that was kind of the first thing they thought. That, wow, outside the cage or outside of training, you're super calm and quiet, but inside you're a monster."
I see. Before we talk about your upcoming fight, I wanted to ask you about your gym, Muskoka MMA. I know that you purchased it in December last year. So just curious to know what are the differences between when you were a pure fighter, solely focused on fighting, and now when you have to manage the gym, teach classes, and also prepare for a fight. So What are the differences and how do you juggle it all?
So it was definitely a concern when I first took over the gym. So I got a business partner in Mike Fox, and then we got another coach, Darren, at the gym. So they help out a ton too. Um, but something nice that happened when I took over the gym was I started to teach brand new students. So
Mhm.
I would go over the basics, and in showing them the basics, then I'm drilling the basics also. And I feel like my jiu-jitsu, my wrestling, even my striking game has gotten a lot better just spending
Mhm.
time going over the basics with brand new students. So I not only get to drill it, but I get to try and teach it to different styles of learning. Sometimes people learn a little bit differently, so I need to think of different ways to word
Mhm.
things or different ways to show things,
Right.
and it also helps me understand a lot of the basics even better.
Owning a gym and being a teacher actually help you better fighter, help you become a better fighter.
Yeah, for sure. I think it is a balance. Like if you spend too much time
Mhm.
coaching and not enough training, then the fighting will suffer. Um, so I think I found the perfect balance for that.
Regarding the fight, obviously you're not 100% sure that your opponent will be Du Ho Che, but let's hope that it's Du Ho Che. What do you think of Du Ho Che as a fighter?
He's a great fighter, super exciting, which I think plays into my style as well. I definitely prefer to stay standing.
Mhm.
Um, Yeah, I mean, great kickboxing, but I think I have great kickboxing, Muay Thai as well, and I think that's where we're going to spend most of the fight. I think our styles will match up well. I just think I've got a little bit more of an edge in the power,
Mhm.
and I think that's what we're going to see in the fight. I think my kicks and my power and stuff are really going to be the difference in the fight.
Mhm. When you watch his tapes, what are the things that really stand out?
Definitely his output. I mean, he's always busy. He's always moving forward. Always trying to finish the fight, and
Mhm.
I'm also always trying to finish the
Right.
fight. So I think that's going to be exciting for the fans. As soon as the fight starts, we both come out and meet in the middle, looking to finish the fight. I think it's going to be fireworks, and either it's going to be an early finish or we're going to get fight of the night.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about that. Obviously, your last fight didn't go your way. It was controversial. Many people thought you won the fight. Uh, do you think that for this fight, you don't have to worry about the judges, given Du Ho Che's fighting style, just you mentioned?
Yeah, and I think I learned a lot from my last fight. Again, I felt I was winning the fight, the whole time. So I played a little bit more technical, and I stayed on the outside, worked the kicks. I felt like my opponent was backing up the whole time, so I really felt I was doing a really good job, and maybe didn't have that urgency to
Mhm.
try and step in and finish the fight or knock him out. So coming off of that, feeling like I won, feeling like I was the better fighter. Um, just reinforces my, uh, you know, um, willingness to now finish the fight.
Mhm.
Even if I'm winning this fight, I'm not going to try and leave it to the judges because
Mhm.
last time I felt like I was winning the fight
Right,
and
right.
the judges took. So I definitely think this is going to increase my urgency in the fight, and I'm not going to sit back and relax even if I'm winning. I'm going to keep pushing forward, trying to make sure I finish this fight or set a very big example so that the judges know who won the
Mhm.
fight.
We are still 6 weeks out, but how are you gonna get your hand raised?
Definitely in the striking.
Mhm.
I think that's what the fans want. That's what I'd like. To meet in the middle of the ring and see who's the better kickboxer, Muay Thai fighter. In that, I think overall as a mixed martial artist, I think my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu is great, and I might even have an edge in that area. But what the fans want to see and what I want to do is win by
Striking. Yeah.
knockout. So that's what we're aiming for.
You mentioned that you're gonna call out Paddy the Baddy in your last fight, in your previous fight. Now that you are back to featherweight, if you won, who would you call out?
I mean, I would definitely never write off the Paddy the Baddy fight. I'd be willing to move back up to 155 for that. But anyone in the 145 division right now, I've been paying close attention to it a lot lately, and there's been a lot of good fights. But still, I see some discrepancy in the skill level where I'd be able to take advantage of that against a lot of these guys. And now that we've fine tuned my diet and everything else, uh, making 145 is going to be a lot easier, and I'm going to be able to keep that high pace for all 3 rounds now. So I think the holes I did have in my game when I fought at 145 before are not there anymore. So I think I'm going to be able to make a real run at the featherweight championship.
You mentioned that this one was the easiest weight cut you have had so far, and so just wondering, like I saw your interviews with other media where you mentioned that you were not able to really show your skills due to the weight cut when you fought in featherweight. How's it different this time to make sure you will be able to display all your skills?
Yeah, so I'm definitely in better shape right now when we got the fight. And we also got a lot of notice for this one. Some of my other fights, like the Billy Quarantillo fight, was on like 2 weeks' notice. So it's really been a lot of notice. That's been some of my problem with trying to cut all the weight in a short amount of time. Whereas this fight, we had a long time to slowly lose the weight, which has been much easier. So I'm able to train harder. I'm performing much better during my training camp now because I can eat a little bit more. Also now, this is my first real fight at 145 with my fiance helping with my diet and stuff. So I've always had the sport lab in my corner helping me out, but with my fiance with me, 24/7, she's able to count my calories, count my macros, tell me how much to eat of this and that. So it's been so much easier now with her helping me out. That I think it's going to be a night and day difference when we get in the octagon.
What's your New Year's resolution?
So New Year's resolution to just get a lot of fights. I haven't been super active in the UFC. I'm always ready and willing to fight. Just with COVID and different things going on, I haven't been super active lately. So luckily, I was able to fight this past summer, and now I'm fighting again. So I feel like that's going to be great. Just for, staying active and not getting that ring rust. But, outside of the career, obviously I want to build my gym, Muskoka Martial Arts, and then just to spend as much time as I can with, my kids, my fiance. We'd love to get married this year. So that'd be another, big New Year's resolution. So yeah, a lot of stuff on the go. But yeah, career wise, fight lots, win lots, make some money so I can look after the kids and the fiance.
Congratulations on your marriage. And
Thank you.
lastly, do you have any messages for Korean fans? Since we are not 100% sure, but let's just say you're fighting Du Ho Che, then you're gonna fight our countrymen, so a lot of Korean fans will watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I think some Korean fans may be really pulling for Du Ho. But I feel like when they see me walk in the octagon, they see the kind of my fighting spirit and stuff. I think I'm gonna win them over, and they're gonna be a monster fan at the end. And yeah, hopefully this fight takes place in South Korea, and if it doesn't, hopefully I can come by and visit sometime, anyways, and see some of the new fans. Hopefully I'll make in this fight.
Yeah, let me know when you come to Korea. I can show you around.
Awesome, thank you.
And by the way, next time we talk, can I call you by your first name?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated. Always excited to watch your fight. Best of luck to you in your train camp and fight. And please don't forget the fight shirt. I really want to buy it.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you very much.